It's the Wednesday Wisdom Show, and you want to know, what is spiritual love? I think that maybe the most fascinating topic across the board to all humans, no matter where they exist, other than survival, once we have that covered, is love. We tie the value of our life very much to our experience, our access to the experience of love. We also feel that the solution to our problems lies in love. Songwriters say that, philosophers also, politicians say it. What do we mean when we say this? I'll tell you this now, that spiritual love does not exist in human nature at all. It's really opposite to our nature. But we need to know the difference between these two things. The human level of love, well, we know, any adult knows that it's not the Hollywood version of love. We know that love, as we experience it, that fills our heart and makes us see beauty and a changed world for a while, where we're floating on air. This is something that happens to us, but it doesn't necessarily last. And we try to prepare ourselves for the fact that this is so, to accommodate in our situations, but we're still being run, even though the quality of absolute beauty in springtime may leave depart from the setting of our marriage or relationships. We're still looking for the same quality, essential quality of human love that keeps us in it. We make compromises, but we're still trying to do the same thing when we do that. We are trying, within a certain level, to get what we need out of the relationship. To also give, but the reason that we're giving is to make sure that there is some kind of quality that's coming back to us. Now, I know that already you're saying, no, that's not true. I'm not like that in my relationship. But let's look at it a little more closely so that we can see the difference between these two levels. First of all, that sense of beauty that we have in relation to each other is triggered by a system that's owned by nature, not by us. If certain hormones are triggered, certain needs are triggered towards another, then they are important to us while that's happening. When they are no longer triggered by the functions of nature, we begin to lose that sensation, and they are no longer important to us in the same way. What do I mean by important to us? We're not relating to the other for the sake of the other. We are essentially relating to the other for the sake of personal fulfillment. This is true, actually, even in parent and child situations, even with a mother and a child. Now, a mother will give everything for that child, will take care of it while she's ill, while she herself, the mother, is ill, will sacrifice everything for the child. But in the end, when we look at what is happening, there is a fulfillment that is coming to the mother through this act. And this is love within human nature. Now, you must be saying to yourself, well, what do you want from me? I mean, how can you, first of all, I don't believe you. Secondly, what kind of a standard is this? Who can possibly act completely altruistically in every level of connection with other people? The fact is that spiritual love is actually against human nature. It's not made of the same thing that our natural love is made of. So we need to know the difference between the two. And many, many people feel and say that it is impossible to love another unless I can first love myself. But this is exactly the point. The reason that we don't love others is that we love ourselves to the exclusion of others. That's why we feel shy. That's why we inadequate. Inadequate. That's why we feel burdened by our self-criticism. What are those things? They are a love and protection of everything that has to do with me. I want to make certain that my feelings won't be hurt, that others will not look at me in such a way that I would begin to disrespect myself, that in some way I would feel inadequate, that I would be unprotected, that my ego would be laid out there and all of my faults would be evident to others. And I will not put myself in a place like that. Why? Because I love myself and am focused on myself to the exclusion of others. Think about it.